God damn, Gary. Some serious gourmet shit. What flavor is this?
That's right, it's the all-hell medium roast private blend.
Check out the Geek Grind Coffee Nerdrotic page for our other options like the Decadent, Feathers of Liberty, vanilla-infused flavored coffee.
Or if you're looking for something darker, try the Dark Roast FNT blend of the Fellowship. You know what? Just buy all three. GeekGrindCoffee.com. Use discount code Nerdrotic. Huzzah!
I learned a long time ago that there's no sense getting all riled up every time a bunch of idiots give you a hard time. In the end, the universe tends to unfold as it should. Plus, I have a really large penis. That keeps me happy.
Now, what you've got here is a scrotum and nothing else.
You look goofy.
Hello. Make that go a little longer. Yeah, I know. That's what she said. Hail. What's up? Good evening, everybody. What is it? 7:50 on the West Coast. 8:50 Mountain Time. 9:50 here Central. 10:50 on the East Coast. Little evening jibber jabber. Little evening jibber jabber. Do a little square up and it'll be fun. Let's see who's here. TJ Moulin. What's up? What's up, Smooth? The DJ Mooley Porchers. Apologize to Eric. Eric likes for me to let him know. But I think he was just on the day Cobra. So, we don't want to overwork the poor guy. But this was a last minute decision. Hail all the mods. Raylo Normie. Beowulf's Revenge Classic Vigil. Shake Pliskin. Jeff Atkins. Hello. Matt, I can't pronounce your last name, so I won't. Timothy Ting Tong. Something Wong. Oh, I got in a little trouble for that with Reddit. I'm always in trouble with Reddit. Really popular over there. All you guys are too, by the way. All you guys are really popular over at Reddit. Just wanted to let you know. I used to like Reddit. God, way back in the day. Well, yeah, 10 years ago. The free folk Reddit used to be pretty fun. Now it's lame. Father Christopher Miller says, we too low. Well, you weren't going to say holy fuck. I like bang ding ow. I don't know why, but I do. Kara. What's up, Kara? Lady Aaron D. Hello. 9% represent. I don't know if it's at 9% anymore. Wait till Rings of Power comes back, which it might be this year. Hey, those editors get it done because they just got it. Now, I was told they just got it, but then oh God, I'm forgetting his name. Forgive me. Drinker's friend, who is connected, said that they've actually had it for like a month. So we were off by 30 days. My apologies. Oh, you're in Wales. You're in Wales land. Timothy Ting Tong. Say hi to Mahler for us. Say hi to Mahler. Whiskey Cardinal West. Dana B. Hello, Dana. Raging Rhino, what's up? Did I watch Invincible? I have not watched any of Invincible season 2. Any of it. And it kind of came and went. Maybe they should have released it weekly, right? Instead of 2 parts. Maybe they should have. Who knows? I think what happened to Invincible, not a bad story, pretty decent comic run. I'm not like, I don't want to take any away from Robert Kirkman's massive success. Like, the guy killed it. Absolutely. He's just not my cup of coffee. I think my favorite thing by him might be Marvel Zombies. I liked Walking Dead at first, then it just turned into a bunch of horrible people, and I was rooting for the zombies, and the show was kind of the same. It just becomes more of the same, more post-apocalyptic blah. You know, they're cheap and easy to make. It's cheap and easy to make a post-apocalyptic world. I like full-fledged science fiction. Now, sometimes it's pretty good. I like some zombie stuff, but I'm not like the biggest zombie guy in the world. I don't like slasher films. Not that I'm squeamish about that, but I just don't. I like supernatural horror. Supernatural horrors. That's what I like. Mankind is the real evil. I know, I got that. Like, within the first, I'll say 20 comics. I got that. And I definitely got that. Look, season 1 of Walking Dead is a masterpiece. Frank Darabont, it's a fucking masterpiece. Then we get to the farm. Return of the Living Dead is my favorite zombie movie. MK Solid 82. It's my favorite zombie movie. Oh, let's see. We got Andrew McCarty for $4.99 says, do people really not like Omega Glory episode from the original Star Trek? I thought it was really good. I've been watching OG at its peak. I think a lot of us, with a lot of things, are looking back at stuff that maybe we didn't appreciate as much and going, wow. Because, Hollywood's new mantra is now things can always get worse. Things can always get worse. Have we coined the term resentertainment yet? No, that's yours. It's all yours. Is it Metcalf? You got to remember I'm retarded. Okay. Andrew McCarty for $4.99. What comic should I stop at for Marvel and DC? For example, do I stop at Civil War for Marvel and Final Crisis for DC? Or mid-2000s started to suck. Well, the mid 2000s started taking on very interesting concepts and ideas, and they really couldn't follow through. I mean, you'll find that with all crossovers. Annihilation is the best recent one, but with most crossovers, because they have to continue the story and bring a hero back, it's always kind of a anticlimactic ending. I would stop. When I noticed the downturn was Marvel Now and Avengers versus X-Men. That's when his name just flew out of my head when Joe Quesada left and that idiot took over and got fired a couple years later. It's not. He's an ex-writer. It's not important. I'll remember it. This is what happens when you get old. There's too many things. Axel Alonso. I knew I'd come up with it. As far as DC, Final Crisis, maybe. I mean, there was some good stuff after that. There was. But yeah, I would say, I mean, if you want to go hardcore, I would say that go back and look when Disney bought Marvel, which is 2009. That's a good time to stop. Deceased was a lame copy of Marvel Zombies. Agree or disagree? Agree. What I know of it, I didn't read it. That came out when I stopped. Hey, Gary, I just wanted to see how you're doing with One Piece. Yellow Flash is on the second half of the series. Oda said 2025 will be the end. Holy shit. I better go. No, I am still at the very beginning. The East Blue. I am still at the very beginning. I had to stop because I got busy. I'll probably have some free time in May. It's kind of quiet on the Hollywood front. I mean, we're getting trailers and stuff, but as far as releases and shows, there's some good stuff out there. Shogun, gentlemen. But yeah, they have put One Piece LA. Gleeman is in production. I know Perry told me not to bother and wait for the new version that's going to take out all the filler, but I kind of want to check out all the filler. I kind of want to check it out. Kenneth Dowling for 20. Thank you. Hi, Nerdrotic. How's it going? Saw your review of the Gentleman Warfare and skipped it. I did my homework for a screenwriting class I'm taking. I watched Raiders of the Lost Ark for analysis. What a great film and masterpiece. Absolute masterpiece of editing, script writing, acting. It's the perfect film. It is the perfect film. Yeah, there's just a lot of crazy stuff going on. So let's get to it. We'll start with, and thank you all for being here. Thank you for the super chats. Anonymous for $10. This is on the Streamlabs side. This is from last Friday. Hale, not quite on topic, but who would you guys cast for a live action Raven from KOTOR? That is a question for Ryan. Sorry. Also hoping for a shout out for my book, Everfront. It's called Everfront. You can find it on Amazon. And the sequel, When the King Was Born, is coming out in June. Thanks for the laughs. What's your name? It's anonymous. We need the name. But look for the book, Everfront, and When the King Was Born. There you go. Oh my God. What if I am right? Was all spelled with one word for $10. I thought Antifa was an idea, not a group. So how could President, not Trump, have massacred an idea? Prayers for Gore. Hail FNT. Prayers for our good friend, Chris Gore. As you know, suffered a stroke while we were in Vegas. He is on the mend. He will not be on his show or the Nooner for a couple weeks, maybe more. I don't know. I will let you guys know as soon as I know. But he's on the mend. The worthy one for $5. You guys should definitely try to come to Dragon Con in Atlanta, Georgia. It's one of the biggest cons in the South. Yeah, I heard Chris wanted me to go. I'll go when Chris goes. I'll probably go when Chris goes. Although, man, the origins of that one, the guy who started it, not a good dude. Christopher Miller for $10. Hey, Gary, ask as if. Oh, wait, never mind. I see what you did there, Father. But you know what you can do? Forgive me. Rare message found for $5. Donating this money that would have gone towards Pokemon. Hey, I said it right. Instead of Pokemon. Go ahead. Go had they didn't introduce that thing, but ugly avatars. Cheers. Yeah, what was that about? That's it feels it. I warned about this about a year and a half ago when I saw like it was pretty clear. Now it's going to be different for gaming, but it was pretty clear Hollywood and a lot of these corporations were losing money because of the DEI policy and blah blah blah. But the video games is going to be a different beast, and good luck, because gamers are a different beast. I should know. I'm the best, and they are not to be fucked with. They are not to be. But we saw this in other fandoms too. We've seen this sea change, right? And we talked about with Rings of Powers, the Tolkien fandom was marvelous. Tucker on Rogan talking UFOs for the first 15 minutes says rated M for a $1.99. Yeah, that was great. The Tucker interview is fantastic. So was the Graham Hancock, Kibblesmith, whatever his name is, Fiddlebutt, whatever his fucking name was. Those were both like banger shows. Yeah, Tucker's free. Tucker is free of the corporate shackles, and he has no fucks to give now. And I like that. We have to acknowledge, Jeremy did a video on this last night that, after those Google employees sat into the offices of the CEO or the manager, not really sure, and were told to leave and didn't, got fired. And then Google made a shocking announcement for Google. Do not expect anything to change, but it was a shocking announcement saying, hey, guess what? I'm paraphrasing. You work here. You have a right to free speech and free expression. You do not have a right to disrupt work. So you're fired. And Google will not be used as a political platform. Now, that's fucking news to me. No, it'll only be used to, I'm going to get in trouble for this, fortify elections, but not a political platform. Okay. But seeing that was kind of huge. And there's lots of fractures within the parties right now. I think it's interesting. I think this is long overdue, by the way. I think a lot of people have kept this from happening. But I think it's long overdue. We'll see how it goes, though. It's not going to be a pretty process. But yeah, I think that was interesting. Joshua Trammell for $19.99. A long time ago, I knew a monkey named Chunky. Gave me a spear of destiny. Sarah Gould for $20. Hi, Sarah. To be fair, Hollywood has always had trouble doing justice to World War II Hand of God stories. They at least got this one right enough to have me tearing up when the U-boat surfaced, but I also haven't read the book yet. Ungentlemanly Warfare, maybe. I thought it was fine. You're bored during the day. You want to go see a bunch of people get shot up. That's fine. But Guy Ritchie, really pedestrian, which is interesting because like the gentleman felt like Guy Ritchie. That really felt like Guy Ritchie. Wrath's Reign for $10. This is Wrath's Reign, and FNT is my favorite podcast on YouTube. Cheers. Hail. Also, would love to meet you all if you ever come to Motor City Comic Con in Novi, Michigan. Or is it Novi? Not sure. Again, hail to the fellowship. I'll be in Wisconsin. That's pretty close. I'll be in Wisconsin. Raise a glass for Chris Gore, says Mark Demshock for $10. Yes, I will tip. Is there any yes, there's coffee left. Hang on. Little geek grind. No, coffee does not keep me up. And maybe it's left over from all the speed I did many years ago. God, it's a long time now. But yeah. Now, I'm talking about like the meth speed. When I relapsed, I decided to pick up a new kind of speed Coke because I never did Coke before. I might have done it once, but probably thinking it was meth. But yeah, I decided to take up Coke because that was a fucking good idea. Ooh. But raise a glass to Chris Gore. 16-bit mascot for $5. FNT is the bomb in, in the not Hollywood movie sense, right? They are struggling at the box office when A24 has Civil War make 25 million and they're like victory, and that's good for an A24 movie, a normal one, but this one's had rather high budget. It'll probably eke a profit out because it's Garland, but dark times. There are no big blockbusters coming out. I can't see Fury Road didn't do that well. So I can't see Furiosa doing that well either. But could be wrong. I'm trying to think of I can't. It's a big movie around the corner. Of course, we had the Deadpool Wolverine trailer today, and it was fine. Every time I see the TVA, though, I'm just out. But they lots of callbacks in there. I saw the Liefeld thing and the reference to Old Man Logan. And hey, it was great to see Wolverine in a costume. Only took 24 years. That's all it took. And an act of pure desperation. Wandering Idahoan culture for $5. There's 2 of them, so 10 total. General Titus, you have 3 days and every man and woman and child will have to work. Now, everyone go to bed. Tomorrow we get to work. No one points out the hours of daylight left when he says this, and later you see that they have lights to work at night. They do. They have like spotlights, but no machinery. And what they explained in Rebel Moon is we like to till the wood, grow the plants and harvest it with our hands because we want to be one with the earth. Except for all this technology we have. Horses pulling floating carts was kind of my favorite. You fuck that beach for $4.99. Jay said that X-Ray Girl will be his last hoo-ha. Take note that Jay don't understand what a hoo-ha is. Jay is special in the Special Olympics aspect. Well, he is the Forrest Gump of geeks and gamers. Brian Lottie for $9.99. Did you hear that Adam Sandler is making a Happy Gilmore 2? I did. I wasn't sure if that was true or not. And it's in production. Hey, cool. I'll watch it. It won't be as good, but I'll watch it. James Fowler for $5. The destruction is deliberate. Right out of the MAO's playbook, the Mao's playbook. Destroy the 4 olds. Old ideas, old customs, old cultures, old habits. It's in the process, and we're trying to find it. Deeple 101 for $20. Ahoy! All Games Workshop is done. A lot of dumb thing, although it says ahoy. All Games Workshop is done is a lot of things over the past decade. Destroy WHFB Warhammer 40. What's FB? In 2015, Warhammer is for everyone during Summer of Love. 2021, threatening fans with lawsuits regarding fan animations on YouTube. Yeah, that's lame. And now the Custodes, obviously a Warhammer expert. Bubba Doom 1 for $5. Don't let the weirdos take over Warhammer. Hold the gate. If it falls, there's always War Games Atlantic and Turnip 28. Oh boy. Not even Slanesh approves of this shit. FTEEC. I don't know. Sean Calloway for $20. I would give my left ball if Games Workshop had said, you want more women in 40K besides Tao? Is that her name? Eldar Dark Eldar, IG, SOB. Is this Fallout or Warhammer? And Sisters of Silence. Cool. Here's some female orcs. Well, you have those in Rings of Power, supposedly. Mr. Williams for $10. Not sure if this was mentioned earlier, but CEO for Wizards of the Coast just resigned. Yes, we did mention that, and I was aware of that. I think this wokeness business is starting to drain the swamp. Prepare for Trump incoming. Yeah, you just wonder what it's going to be like. I'm sure the media will act like they do, but I don't know if the populace will. I mean, certain people will, but a lot of craziness going on. 16-bit mascot for $5. Cheers, FNT. Cheers to you. Blackguard Fort for $20. You can't expect the writers of Rebel Moon to understand how farming works when they probably believe that food comes from a supermarket. They only added wheat to the movie because they've seen it in other movies. I agree. Made a little mistake in my video today, though. I caught it too late. But I said seeding. No, I said seeding before plowing. Oops. Steve O for $19.99. Regarding Michael Bay movies, 13 Hours, The Secret Soldiers of Benghazi is very well done and last good movie. There you go. Hiding Black Widow rack is a crime against humanity. Paul Heimst for $2.79. Yes, I did say that on Piers Morgan. And then the guy said, well, misogynist state and society. Blah, 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 blah. The guy who thinks cancel culture is good. He wrote a book, A Case for Cancel Culture. Analog Mind for $10. So the original lore of the Vault Tech was a way for the Enclave to test scenarios they might encounter while colonizing space after the nuclear war. But the war happened before their spaceship was finished. There, okay. Yeah, my son's been feeding me lore, and I understand why the game was popular. I do. Like one of the guns is designed after Hard Boiled by Jeff Darrow and Frank Miller. That was cool. Non-binary Fudge Factory for $2. The conversation makes me want to farm for farts. Well, that's easy. Have some eat some beans. Curtis D of Montana for $5. Retardo Moon Directors cut Widow Liquor version. Lock it in. Yay. Curtis D. Montana for $5. Zack Snyder cursed himself by disrespecting Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers on the 199. That fateful day, 199 for life. Yeah, and Jeremy's talked about it plenty, but Zack said it wasn't his intention to do that. It was just kind of like two statements bleeding into each other. Now, that is entirely up to you to believe or not, because often, but not really, on YouTube, reality is perception. The fact of the matter is, like, Jeremy will have to correct me if I'm wrong. It's been a couple years, but he wanted to apologize. And I believe it was just like, hey, can't I make the soup on this one now? It'll just make things worse. So whatever. It's water under the bridge. After that, I like the Snyder cut. I do for, as I said in my review, like an Elseworlds dumb thing where we at least get Batman in a proper costume. Ezra Miller's fucking horrid. And Ray Fisher, well, he's just going to have to be in Zack Snyder movies the rest of his life. I mean, it's one thing to go after Whedon, right? Who was just a big meanie pants to him. And Whedon's psychotic, but it's another thing to go after executives. Now, all those executives got fired, but the ones that come in are like, we are never going to want to deal with a guy like this ever. So we might agree with you that they were dicks, but you're a problem. VJ Knoll for 316 for $4.99. Zach put too much in his DC movies and WB wanted to rush it. Yeah. I mean, Mahler asked the question, like, now that we have some perspective, we have some Zack Snyder films with no studio interference, who's to blame for DC? And I thought that was a really good question. And I think the answer is still everybody. And I would lean more to the producers. Zack had to go through a family tragedy and they were rushing it. So however you feel about Zack, what he said, which is valid, that's still fucked up. That's still fucked up. But that's Hollywood, baby. That you knew what you're getting into. So yeah, he makes Rebel Boone, has has his Transurance, has Mags Visaggio write a prequel comic. Obviously they didn't pay it very well because then Mags was begging for money for rent. But that's the corporate American comic book industry for you these days. Not a fun place. Your boy Zack made a very good video today. And if you want to go check it out later, something to the effect of, I believe his quote, the title's a little different, but I believe his quote was, I realized comics isn't good anymore. Now, you could have used aren't, but he used isn't. And that's poignant because he's not talking about the comics themselves. He's talking about the industry. And, comics are supposed to bring joy and fun into the world. And this industry isn't. It's abysmal. And the people mostly around it are abysmal. And they have absolutely driven the good ones away, probably forever. There were some good ones who were going to make a concerted effort to try to turn things around. And then after Ed Piskor, they're like, fuck that. Why bother? And you can't really blame them. You want to fight for stuff, but it's like, sometimes things just need to go. I mean, they're not going to go away anyway. So they'll be around in some form or another. But as it was pointed out, I can't remember who pointed out. I apologize. The big two really aren't the big two anymore. They're not the big two. They are a minute percentage of which is now conflated comic sales with manga. And you guys know the story. And children's books like Dog Boy. Hail FNT, I'm a huge Transformers fan. Sorry about the Transformers 1 trailer. I'm offended by this garbage. G1 will only be the true Transformers. Agreed. Barbed Wire is better than Civil War. Yes. Yes, it is. I saw Barbed Wire in the theater when it opened. Back when superhero movies were still a novelty. Gary, the last chase with Lee Majors when they had to go to Free America, which is California. 199, yo, Joe, praise Allah. Oh my God, I haven't seen The Last Chase in years. Hail Lee Majors, by the way. Played Ash's dad in Ash versus Evil Dead. That was fucking awesome. Check out the Good Times reboot trailer. I did. Giggity for $2. And I spoke to a comedian friend of mine who knew the guy who came up with the concept, and it was completely different than what came out. And what happened is some ladies, please excuse me, some skanky bitch stole it from him, and she's the one running the show now. I don't know if the guy can't say anything. I don't know why he isn't saying anything. I would fucking NDA at that point, but that's what the industry goes over with. It happens all the time in Hollywood. Hey, we're going to rip you off, but if you ever want to work here again, you better not say anything. That's why it needs to be decentralized. No apologies for Bayformers, says Spider-Claw74 for $2. I like the first one a lot. I had a good time watching it. I was pretty astounded by the special effects. I thought they were pretty freaking good. They're over 10 years old. Well over 10 years old. Charlie Calkins, I got to say that slowly, for $5. You know what they call it, Transformers, why they call it Transformers 1? Because they took it away from Godzilla, and why it was -1. Okay. Godzilla -1 coming out on 4K and digital in a couple of weeks. I'm pretty excited about that. I'm also going to get my vinyl soundtrack pretty soon. So drunk, missed the first one. Cheers, Az, for introducing me to this debauchery. says Sinful Joy for $19.99. That's proper British money. He's probably talking about MILF Manor. MILF Manor. As refuses to watch Rebel Moon, as refuses to watch movies, says he's tired of all the crazy shit, and he watches MILF fucking Manor. Something wrong with you Brits. You Brits love your trash TV. God love you for it. Do you guys think studios might have learned their current behavior, not talking writing seriously, from the music industry, which has figured out how to fabricate hits without good creatives? 427 Arbach for $10. I think there was an attempt to that. As things go algorithmic, there is a couple, I can't remember their names. There's a couple of ex-metal European metal guys for metal bands who figured it out and produced Lady Gaga and Taylor Swift and Katy Perry, all that trash that sounds the same. I mean, they're hot, but I mean, well, not Taylor Swift is it. I mean, she's not ugly. I'm not going to say she's not hot. I'm not going to say that, but nothing. I'd say at least Katy Perry has nice boobs, but yeah, there's an article. Paul Joseph Watson did a video on it 8 years ago. And it was kind of based on an Atlantic article from about 8 years ago, give or take a year, that basically breaks this down that songs used to have a certain amount of hooks. They doubled the amount of hooks and it works. The problem is like music has turned into just disposable fast food trash when it used to be the most innovative form of art for popular art. And what happened was it was digitized. It was made disposable. And that's going to happen to everything. I mean, the models change. The models change. People will figure something out eventually. I think as more creatives get off the corporate teat and decide to go out on their own, I think that'll probably help. X-Ray Ghouls Feet have donated $20 and said nothing. Well, because they can't, because they don't have a mouth. Thank you. Sinful Joy has donated $9.99 in proper British money. Thank you very much. God Ratty, the one true God of all rats, for $5 says, you should ask them how everyone felt about the power armor Hup went haywire in episode 4 and battle with Gulper when pushing on a boat anchor. Okay, that had to be Fallout. Oh, the Gulper. Okay, the Gulper is the monster when it opens its mouth, it has all the fingers inside. I kind of like that monster. I did. I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, Fallout could have been good, especially now that my kid has been breaking down the lore, and if they were a little more earnest about it, and if they didn't have Captain Marvel writers and Lisa Joy around, it probably would have been better. It didn't do anything for me. Omtrends Entertainment TV for $11.99. Saw the OG Spidey 02 in theaters last night. Awesome. And was reminded what a good movie is. Raimi's freaking awesome. Love him. Go watch Darkman. Just don't make them like they used to. How do we fucking get back to this? Hail FNT and the 199. Have a great weekend. Well, I think just all things, it needs to evolve. And what Hollywood tried to do was force the evolution. Tried to force their ideas into an evolution that you can't control. Like you can't, I'm going to make a viral video today. You can't do that. I'm going to make a hit movie. No, it is a process that the creatives, I hate to use this word, collectively tinker with for a century. And they kind of worked it out. And then, well, what happens to all things? Middle management comes in, fucks it all up. And that includes HR, and HR departments come in. Well, you need to protect people. Yes, you do. There are laws on the books. You need to enforce those laws. But all the HR departments do is fire people. And they're a way for the boss not to have to deal with firing people or writing people up. That's it. Love you guys and a good debate. Thought Fallout was entertaining. Get all the criticism and do agree. Guess I just have been trained to just accept bullshit. That's all right. I'm waiting for Warhammer crossover episode where the Brotherhood has to fight blue-haired trans custodies. So it's trans toadies. Is it it's custodies, right? I'm going to go over and look at the chat. Is it custodies? Did I get that part right? Custodies? So it's trans toadies. Well, if I got it wrong, sorry. Maximus had the idiot savant perk from Fallout 4. So he's supposed to be, I won't even say it. Snoopy Diz for $2. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Labor Hall for $5. Majun doesn't use the sim pack, which is a 10 feet from them when Dr. Wilzig loses his leg. No, they don't. Jam 55 for $1.99. Maximus had his lucky perk leveled all the way up. That must be some game lore. Now, obviously, I know it, but let's just pretend I don't. Sam Wallace art for $5. Honestly, the show's writing is on par with modern Bethesda. That's what my kid said. So I just laugh at this clown. At the clown, but if it was Baldur's Gate adapted like this, I'd be mad too. Block of Horror for $15. This is our first super chat, so be gentle. Hollywood is super antiquated, and we feel fans should have a say in what gets made. That's what made us bring back the 13 Ghosts IP as a TV series using fans' ideas. Oh, are you guys doing that? I like 13 Ghosts. I actually like that movie a lot. Man, I'd love if it was done right. Interesting concept, for sure. Little Yugi for $4.99. So the show was written by the writers of Starfield. Yes. Josh for $20. Nick Offerman is still a disappointment. Yeah. Last couple things I've seen him in, which is Last of Us and Civil War. The best thing I've seen him in recently was over Christmas, the Nick Offerman sitting by the fire screen, the thing you can put on your TV. Are people in Fallout retarded or just Californians? Yes. Cola-powered gamer. The answer is yes. Moldaver tricked Rose into marrying and sleeping with a psychopath who then tried to kill her. Is that not grape? It is grooming. It is manipulation. G2 Bryce for $5. The Bob that God made mad for $9.99. I have a feeling we are going to look back on the Fallout fandom Civil War with great fondness come November. Well, is it a civil war? I think it's just a really, you guys be the judge. Honestly, when they're breaking down the lore and they're disagreeing about the lore, that is a 100% normal nerd debate. I guess it depends on the why. It all depends on the why. See, there could be a bad movie, and that's you can roast the shit out of that, and that could be fun, But when it's bad because there's something obvious that you can do. For example, make Luke Skywalker a hero, even though Mark Hamill is a piece of shit. You can not attach Mikey Burnham to Spock. Just let her be her own character. It would still suck. You could make the Doctor a dude. You can cast an actor who isn't some boy toy to RTD. You could, cast a competent actor with some charisma and that 1,000-yard stare, and not alienate your fan base. Really obvious. Not kill Iron Man, not kill Captain America, not try to convince us that Falcon is Captain. There's a lot of obvious stuff you can do, like put Captain America in a Captain America movie. I don't know. So the one time like Disney does something obvious, hey, let's put Wolverine in a costume and team him up with Deadpool. They're being, oh my God, Kevin Feige is back. This is genius. No, they just did what they should have been doing. Wait till that X-Men movie comes out, though. So that's where it becomes a problem. It's what, like, when Rings of Power. You got the appendices. I don't know. Amazon, spend a few extra bucks. They were for sale. You could have gotten the Silmarillion and adapted Tolkien's lore to the best of your ability. Still might not have been good, but it was never going to be good when you made shit up and your cast went against character. It's when they're not doing the obvious and they're trying to fucking sell you that, no, this is what people want. Whereas Mahler pointed out, like, has this shit worked? We're years into it. Has this shit worked at all? No. Steve Buscemi, starring as a trans woman in Fallout. What? Did I miss that? Was it a cameo? Did I not care? I don't know. Tommy No Figure for $1.99. Be one ugly woman. I can explain Fallout, written by, I can't even, Emil Pagliarulo. That must be a game writer? I don't know. Hail all. To hell with anime live action remakes. They are all garbage, from Cowboy Bebop to One Piece. Don't agree at all. Yu Yu Hakusho, I didn't see that one, to One Punch Man. They're only for people who find no value in both anime and manga. I am so sick of it all, says Brian Suminski for $30. Well, you know, they're for the whole concept of an adaptation is to bring people to the manga. So that's why you want, and the anime. So that's why you want to respect the source material. It's when they, what I was just saying, don't do the obvious, like adapting it as close as possible, finding the best writers, and having the characters act like the fucking characters, which is what they often do. But manga and anime aren't hurting for fans right now. Just saying. Haven't seen Fallout, but I'm inclined to believe as about Walton Goggins. He's awesome in everything, especially in Jody Hill stuff. Says Udite for $5. Justified. White Knight Leo for $5. It says SA and Long Pig and many other horrible things are chronicle to even Bethesda's version of Fallout. They even have pseudo vampires drinking blood. See, all this lore sounds really fucking cool. It would be too bad if they didn't have someone on the panel that actually played Fallout to an autistic degree, comparable to how informed they are on other pop culture. It really is too bad, they said. Well, I mean, we can't cover everything. Buddy Rabbit for $10. Who played it to an autistic degree? My son. But I did not. But yeah, it probably would have been. But I mean, like, honestly, I had no intention of really covering it. But then by the way, conversation's over. It's already fading out. So it'll be done by next week. But yeah, it got pretty lively there. Donald Dowds for $19.99. When do we get to see Gary team killing Helldivers 2? Come on, Az and Quarter Black, make it happen. When I'm not busy. Civil War was bland oatmeal. Modalicious for $2. Yeah, I mean, yeah. It's not like the worst fucking thing I ever seen. It was just kind of it was just a big nothing. And there's a way you can still be logical and vague, and it just wasn't for me. Obi Pixel for $4.99, proper British money. Greetings, FNT. Got all 4 plushies. Thank you. Oh, yes, our plushies are available. Probably should have put that link in the description. I'll throw it up later. Pedals on Couch next, aka As Self Love for Stellar Boobs. Sorry, Blades. Schlurpo Time. Mahler, I now have your vinyl figure. Hard to find. Yeah, because it was sold out. Nick Brony for $9.99. In the spirit of transparency, I will be orgying with all the plushies. You do what you want with them. You do what you want. But thanks for letting us know. Would putting another girl in it and making her gayer and lamer make it better? That Hollywood seems to think so in the gaming industry. Well, the corporate gaming industry. Jabo for $5. Toxic Brood for $10. Gina, be careful that something doesn't turn civilians against each other. Disney, you're fired. Pedro Pascal, let us mourn a child rapist and use a cute nickname. Disney, let's put you in everything. Yeah, well, Pedro Pascal is like the Latino Idris Elba now, except worse. And like he's been good in some roles, but I think he's super mid. But I think he's a team player, if you know what I'm saying. Team player. There's a saying I learned in my very brief time working in Hollywood that I heard mainly actors say. I'll be whatever you need me to be. Tom Marshall for $9.99, proper British money. Hey guys, I just want to shout out shout out to Zorp for we who play the Lord of the Rings strategy battle game by Games Workshop. He is our content god, and he needs and deserves more attention right now. Also, Mahler, my wife says hi. Mahler would say, hello. Warhammer shitting on fans, looking forward to Futvid. Irish Ranter for $1.99. RX Firm for $19.99. As, do you think the Games Workshop will course correct? Fellas, it was great meeting you all in Vegas. It was great meeting you too. I've gotten something coming down the pike that might be interesting to some. Ryan, you woke my brother up on Star Wars. Vegas was tons of fun. It's great meeting you guys. It's the best part of this job. We'll be back next year. There'll be more meetups this year, including one in San Antonio, my hometown of San Antonio, at the end of October for SpaceCon. It is a Comic Con. It's not a very good name, but it's a Comic Con. Gina's going to be down, but we're going to commandeer a location. And it'll be the same as always. We'll throw up our RSVPs and totally free. We'll try to at least buy you one round of drinks and try to get a taco truck there. Guy named Gray for 5 Canadian pesos. Sorry for paying in Canadian yen. Asked last week at the end, I don't know if there was a stream answering it. Collected Daredevil. Whose runs do I... Is it Daredevil or D&D? Collecting D&D. I don't know. Whose runs do I bet? Hail stream. If you're collecting Daredevil, well, you start with Frank Miller, and Ascente, and I own the complete run. But Mark Waid sucks. Brubaker's is Bendis's is good. Bendis is a twat, but his run is really fucking good. And Brubaker's run is better. Brubaker's run is better. So those are the modern runs that are probably more affordable. But of course Miller, but his run was 3 years on and off. 3 years on and off. But I own the complete run. Well, 1 to 600? No, 500. I stopped a few years. It's going on a few years now. But the last good run was Brubaker. Guy named Gray for $5. Sorry for paying I read that one. Shad only hates Fallout because it only features vaults, aka dungeons. No castles at all. You got them. Aaron Pipes for $10. Naked Goose for 35 Zardozes. That's South African money. Breaking my super chat virginity. Poop all over and I'm drunk. Yeah. By the way, South Africa rand is pronounced like cunt or can't. Take your pick. So that's 35 cunts. Okay. Duly noted. A small donation to send to Ryan to a furry con fund for 50 Swedish krona from Warlock. That would be funny. Excuse me, Australian. I called it out day one. Respect your early risers, says Buddy Rabbit for $5. The Gaming Angel for $2. Wait, Rebel Moon Part 2 is already out? LOL. Yes. Yes, it is. It is abysmal. It is worse than the first part. Atomic Pay. I released a video today. Worked on it all weekend. Atomic Patriot for $10. Bad time to get into Warhammer, but I just ordered Horus Rising. Didn't realize just how many books are in the Horus Heresy series. I've heard of that. Also, Oppenheimer bombed in Japan. I'm going to give it to you, even though it's like on the nose. What the hell? Hail to the Fellowship and hail to the 199. War Gamer Girl for $5. Also, check out the fan film version of Fallout Nuka Break by Zach Finfrock. Are you just making shit up now? It's pretty fun and has Doug Jones in it. Doug Jones is a nice guy. He's in Star Trek Discovery, but I met him at a con when he played Silver Surfer back when I had a shop, and he was a sweetheart. Stephen Patton for $9.99. My birthday is on Sunday. The best gift I could ask for is if you would give my debut fantasy novel a shout out. As Nomads Wander. As Nomads Wander by, if you want a book shout out, it's good to put the name in. Stephen Patton. As Nomads Wander by Stephen Patton. Hail the Fellowship and hail Friday Night Tights. Oh boy. Pre-Dawn Corpse for $4.99. Dylan, you son of a bitch. What's the matter? The CIA got you pushing too many pencils? Huh? Had enough? BJ Noel 316. $4.99. I'm ready for the Rebel Moon Part 3 prequel director's cut Snyder version Part 6, round 1, the Boo Boo Girl. The Boo Boo Girl. Samuel Eriton for $9.99. Hail chat and FNT Shad. What are the knife laws in Australia? Is it like the UK where transporting a knife to a museum is a legit reason to have one, but self-defense isn't? That's weird, but you guys are fucking weird in Europe with some of your laws. Okay. You're putting people in jail for fucking tweets. Not saying we're much better. Okay. Not saying we're much better, but at least there's some freedom here. Chris Thompson for $9.99. Hail the Fellowship, hail FNT. Gary, I grew up reading DC Comics, but want to dip my toes into Marvel. What classic Marvel runs would you recommend? Can be X-Men, Spider-Man, Daredevil, Avengers, etc. I would start with, if you want like pure Marvel goodness, and you want something affordable. Now, I am a back issue fan. I'm not really a trade paperback fan, but if you want to get that, go ahead. But shit. Okay, aside from Miller, for a Spider-Man run, anything by Roger Stern, and for Fantastic Four, John Byrne's run. It's fucking great. John Byrne was very influential on X-Men with Chris Claremont too. A lot of story ideas did come from John Byrne. Dude is the GOAT. Avengers. Whew. I thought the sweet spot for the Avengers for me was Byrne was on him for a while. That was really fucking good. Really good. But 80s. Okay, if you're going to start collecting, you don't want to get the big stuff. but there's a lot of very good runs from the early 80s that you can get pretty cheap. Pretty cheap. Zeke Kyle, I won't be able to catch the show live, but I'll catch the show later. Cool. Thank you all for everything you do. I love you all except for Ryan. Zeke Kyle out. Zeke Kyle. Got it. Didn't realize that. For $20. Josh Kelsey. Oh my God, you said something, Josh. For $19.99. Oh, hey, there's Az. Where's he been? Putting up Maja cases. Manny V for $5. Why do 3 a.m. Eastern releases exist for American content? I release at prime time. Why not release at prime time, please? Yeah, it's stupid. It's utterly stupid. Thank you, Manny V. James Hutch for 10 British pounds. Hail FNT for super chat. There's the announcement of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, a non-woke game focused on historical accuracy and immersion, a welcome light in these dark times. Frosty Film Watcher for $20. Hail FNT! What are the panel's wishes for Deadpool and Wolverine? For it to be good. We just want it to be good. Just be good. I hope it turns out into Deadpool kills the MCU. You know what? I hope it doesn't. I really hope it doesn't. I know it probably won't happen, but a girl can dream. I'm male. There you go. I honestly, if they kill the MCU, I'd be fine. I don't want it to be a gimmicky movie. I want it to have a story. I want it to have heart. I want it to be highly entertaining. And I don't want it to just be, oh, here come Wolverine and Deadpool and the next wacky cameo. And ooh, there's that old superhero we used to like that's on screen for 10 minutes and then his head explodes. Fuck that. I don't want it. But I think that's what we're going to get. Still could be good. It's probably going to make $1 billion. But fuck the multiverse. Scottish Nerd for 10 British pounds. Hail FNT. Gary abused his members today with the Rebel Moon watch party. I did. Guilty as charged. Schneider is a hack. Somehow we survived for the show. Panel, please refill our social batteries. Ryan, you're gay. Yeah, that was pretty funny. Jeremy, you're a big funkin' schlurpo. You're showing that Hillary video. Also, Ryan, you are a king amongst peasants. Dealing with Jeremy. Anyway, love y'all. Not gay. You're super gay. Ace Shinagami. I just fucked up your name. Thanks for the $5. Albert Nada Retro for 2 Canadian pesos. John Morrow for president. Okay. Jason Lane for $5. Games Workshop getting the BlackRock incentive money to torpedo their company, another beloved IP, going the way of the woke dodo. It's at the dodo phase right now. Woke is just a giant flightless bird running around, annoying the fuck out of everybody. BM for $20. Hail the Fellowship. Not sure if you were covering this, but Games Workshop and 40K are going woke. Anyone think it's worth it to cancel Prime and remove our investment funds, retirement accounts from BlackRock and their minions? Yeah, do what you want with your money. I'm not here to boycott or anything. I'll just tell you what I do. I run a entertainment channel, pop culture channel. So I do subscribe to a lot of things, but I also do not subscribe to a lot of things. I think when it comes to your investments, that's a big difference from, well, I was about to say $4.99 a month. That's from 20 years ago. $20 a month, $24 a month in some cases. It's getting to be ridiculous, man. Personally, I use YouTube for most things. Like you can rent movies now, shows, you can just pay for them. Like I really like Ancient Aliens and stuff like that. You can find that everywhere. But when it comes to investments, if I had any, which I don't, because I'm not a financial analyst, I would not invest in Disney. I would not fuck with BlackRock at all. I moved out of a fucking blue state because I didn't want to support that shit anymore. Well, of course, after they forced my wife into retirement. So, yeah, fuck that. fuck that. Did I tell the story? I'm sure I've told it before, but I shit you not. So most of you know this. The day she was moving out her last, like the salon chairs and taking them to storage, that's the day Nancy Pelosi got caught in that salon. That pissed her off so much. But then about 2 weeks before that, Mayor London Breed came out and said, okay, for the 5th time, by the way, one of the things that was most annoying to my wife was, okay, you can reopen, you can't reopen. You can reopen, but 5% capacity, 10% capacity, 25% capacity. And it kept fucking changing, right? And you're throwing, in some cases, a lot of these businesses were throwing tons of money in to be compliant for their 10% capacity, right? 10%. Now, yes, they're getting a bunch of free money from the government. That's completely getting ripped off, but they're getting a bunch of free money that they're not going to have to get back. That's fine. But people were also burning through their savings. We were about to do that. We were not in the position to do that. I'm like, I am not going to, and my wife agreed, we're not going to burn our kids' future for this. And no way in fucking hell am I going to stay in a state that would even sniff doing this again. And I know California will be the most compliant state. But Mayor London Breed, after going back and forth, said, okay, we're going to fully reopen, but we're going to do it with equity. I shit you not. The articles are out there. That's exactly what she did. She basically, all the white people are going to have to wait. Oh, it didn't matter if you're gay or straight. So that's where she started to get like serious clapback. That's where she got real serious clapback, because she played the identity politics thing and left out the gays in San Francisco. But they're going to vote her back in. They'll vote her back in. Good times. Did you show Shad your emo shirt from Roland? I designed it. I will show it to him next week. I'll wear it next week. D-Day McLean for $6.99. Thank you very much. I got a lot of cool shirts. I got that. I got the Force is Fucked, which is funny. Funny as hell. Got a lot of cool shirts. Bubba Doom won for $2. Ryan is a custodian now. Hold the gate. War Gamer Girl for $10. I enjoyed hanging out with you guys in Vegas. I binge Fallout while sick on the couch, and I have to say I agree with Mahler on so much of this. Well, it was great meeting you. Sorry you were sick. I'm going to forget her name, so if she's out there, sorry. But the last night we were hanging out at Area 15, just kind of chilling. X-Ray Girl wanted to go to Meow Wolf. I love the Meow Wolf in Santa Fe, New Mexico. It's really fucking cool. The one in Vegas, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right, but it's not as good as the one in Santa Fe. And I met a couple. They're making a film, and I don't know if it's wife or girlfriend. Don't want to make any assumptions. She's all, yeah, I totally play Warhammer. And I'm like, I didn't say anything, but I'm like, I think we just found a unicorn. I think we found a unicorn. We did. Simon Ho for 5 Canadian pesos. Please allow Mahler or Little Platoon to read in their own voice. Fear the Tardos next super chat. Fallout seems to be very Jello cake centric. MacGuffin? Maybe. Sorry we missed that opportunity. Next time we have Little Platoon on, or Mahler. I really enjoyed, I read that one. Durka Schlurpo Durka from Lord J for $20. John Getz for, these are a lot, many here. Part 1 of 5. Rebel, by the way, it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 20, 25, $25. 5 times 5 is 25. I did math without X-Ray Girl. Mark this date down. Rebel Moon Rant. Spoilers. The royal family getting killed is like a retard trying to make up a red wedding without buildup or skill. Yes. Just musicians and stabbing equals good. They use old-timey handheld tools for harvesting the grain aside from the hovercraft they're apparently okay with, that they pull with horses, by the way. Using to carry grain, just make some valuable metal for them to have on that planet, because simple grain is the dumbest thing ever. Yeah, well, I think they're really going for that commie iconography. Sickles, hammers, they were all over the place. As a valuable resource, I'm also glad we were told we'll get sleep characters in part 2, or we'll get deeper characters. Why did I say sleep? Maybe because I'm tired. In part 2, only to have every character comically go around the table, dumping their backstories one by one. Do we even need to say slow-mo, fast-mo, Snyder might fights are a mess at this point? No, you don't. No, you don't. We got to see Snyder either, depending on your point of view, unhinged or unchained. Either way, not a very good writer, not a very good storyteller. He mashed up a bunch of ideas. If you want to adapt heavy metal, pick a fucking story from heavy metal or Metal Hurlant. I would fucking love for somebody to adapt heavy metal. By the way, that fucking first movie is so good. Great soundtrack. Banger soundtrack. Ultima Breaker 240 for $49.99. How the hell we missed that one? Another IP that doesn't want my money. I guess my Castle and Crow won't get his Purifier Squad or my Kriegsman their Bane Blade. It was getting harder to feed my Scar anyway. 0.308 isn't cheap. Hail all. Someday somebody will transcribe that for me. Carlos Rue for $2. Shad, favorite Wheel of Time character. Mine is Matt and Perrin. He'll have to answer that. Question for the panel. If you could insert one F-bomb into Lord of the Rings films, which scene line would you add to it? I wouldn't. I wouldn't. You shall not fucking pass. Kay Schwabel for €2. As Mike is too loud. I'll tell Az. No, that's just his voice. 2-cent Fandom. Frank Gore makes strokes his bitch. Hail Gore. Hail Gore. And also, first ever super chat on Melanie Mack episode never got read. I read it in Square Up. I realized it wasn't racist, misogynist, homophobic enough. Wiseman once said, "You got to do better, Senator." I will do better. Hail the fellowship and hail to you. Hail to you. Let's go back to you guys. Let's go back to you guys. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? How are you all doing? How are you all doing? We will get to the newer ones now. Newer ones. Let's go check out the... Back to you, Kara. How are you? One Punch Man Tolkien fan. What's up? How's it going? Get well soon, Frank. Get well soon. Okay, we ready? We got the new ones. These losers hating Gary's... What's BBW? BBW. BBW wife for sick. Marquise Dena for $2. It's the internet. It's part of the gig. I had this talk with my kids, and this is why she was Mrs. Nerdrotic for so long, but it's not new. I mean, they went after her at her salon too over my takes on Captain Marvel. They were writing bad Yelp reviews. So that's what I was more worried about. But yeah, while it's annoying, it is part of the gig. Part of the gig. What was Peter Parker's favorite subject at school? Web design. Oh boy. Gonna give it to you. Matt Guillemette. That's French, isn't it? Guillemette for 5 Canadian pesos. 5 Canadian pesos. Gary, I demand you put a mustache and sombrero on Leslie Headland with the caption, the taco light. Maybe. Maybe. I mean, how can we mix tacos in there? 610 for Taker 610. Well, I'll answer. If there's a lesbian, we could have the taco light, and there's a place in San Diego. It's called, I think it's, I don't know. No, it's called Baja Fresh Griller. It used to be called Rubio's Fish Tacos. And they had a sticker that said, I love fish tacos. And everybody liked that sticker. And you know why? Maybe we can work that in. You never know. Walking Dead was good right to the moment after Glenn died and Eugene admitted he didn't have a cure. It went from having a point to drive to just being a soap opera. Yep, Jeff Atkins for $10, and maybe I'm in the minority. I wanted to know where the fucking zombies came from. Bushwhacking history of Buffalo for $5. Keep crushing it, Gary. Regarding the woke era, the light up ahead in the tunnel is daylight, not an approaching freight train. Onward! I agree. But we've had a few trains. Glad you are on tonight. Transformers one looks like crap. Mad Dog 375 for $2. Yes, it does. It's kiddie. So, like, I mean, are we going to be too harsh on it? But, like, as Mahler said, Transformers fans have just been. It can't be recaptured. It can't. It's kind of its time. Oh, wise nerd who lives in the box, please lend me your wisdom. Is Airplane 2 worth watching? Love the first one. Yes. It's a very different movie. The Zuckers were not involved, but yes, I liked it a lot. Especially when Sonny Bono went to the gift shop and bought a bomb. Oh, and Shatner's funny in it. The Nova run after Annihilation was one of my favorites. Very good. Great art and story. Richard had to really grow up. Did you enjoy that as well? I did. That Annihilation launched a lot of good stuff, including Guardians of the Galaxy. Poseidon 625 for $10. From one washed up punk to another. Can you say hi to my rock Alana? Hi, Alana. Vic Whiplash for $10. Hello. Hola. Raging Rhino. It's during the day down there. For $79.99 Australian. I like how you guys say fat. I can't wait for LA Comic-Con. It's going to be awesome meeting you. It's my first time overseas. October can't come quick enough. Yeah, it's at the beginning of October. So yeah, it's going to be a busy month. Because apparently I'm going to Peru after that. I'm going to Peru. Going to go check out Machu Picchu. All kinds of good stuff. Kenneth Dowling for $5. Respect your opinion on Invincible, but I highly recommend you watch it. It is the best superhero property out right now. I like season 1. I saw season 1. I didn't see season 2 yet, though. I like season 1. That girlfriend was stupid, but I heard they dealt with that. Will Despicable Me 4 or Deadpool make $1 billion? I would not sleep on Despicable Me 4. I just wouldn't. People love them minions. TJ Mullen for $5. And people with kids like to take anytime an animated movie came out like 10 years ago, a little longer. I mean, both my kids went all the time. What do you think of the new Titan Conan comics? Justin Johnson for $2. I love them. I always have to, because I don't have a pull list at the local comic shop. I don't want to get it for like 2 comic books. It would be, my pull list would be Mark Millar stuff and Conan. So I just pull them off of eBay. I'm enjoying, because after the store, I need a little time away from comics, and then Marvel and DC like turning into shit and me giving up buying new comics. I have to say I'm really enjoying my old hobby again by just reading old books and like picking and choosing like stuff that isn't filled with fucking modernity. So it's nice. It's really nice to enjoy. Just read my comic books. Like us for $10. Hey, Gary, hail the fellowship. Appreciate everything that you do. What are your thoughts on Zack Snyder justifying the killings of Pa Kent and Zod? He's still doing it. He's been doing it. It was dumb. If you're going to kill Pa Kent, maybe Zach was, I don't know what, I haven't heard his justification to do something different from the Donner film, but you do something that Superman can't do anything about, a heart attack. If you really want to change it, cancer, something Superman is powerless to stop. It's the whole fucking point. I saw the Martin Scorsese will be making a biopic about Frank Sinatra with oh, that's kind of cool. DiCaprio possibly playing him. I know Scorsese has wanted to make this for years. You think it's real? If so, I'm so excited. Kenneth Dowling for $10. I'd watch it. I like Frank Sinatra. I do. I'd watch that. Probably will use the multiverse in the Deadpool movie to replace Wolverine with a trans black woman, LOL, to make the Marvel universe. Disney does not deserve the benefit of the doubt. And that sounds more real than any other rumor. You're going to hear them all. But the one you heard here first, Henry Cavill as a variant. Man, we'll see if it happens, though. We'll see if it happens. I'm not hanging my hat on it. I do know the person I talked to works for Marvel. Disco Stew for $20. Hey, hail. Ryan is so gay he rewatches Game of Thrones every week just for the Sam and Gilly scenes. There is a good Sam and Gilly scene. There is one. When he kills, well, they call it White Walkers in the show, but the other. But yeah, like I think I like the insult, like I know nothing about Starfield, but I love the insult of like you pre-ordered Starfield. I think that's so good. Is Rebel Moon enjoyable if you laugh at the cringe parts? It's pretty funny, Josh. We talked about it on EFAP, and definitely Rebel Moon Part 2 has more unintentional laughs than Part 1. Josh, thank you for the $4.99. Tracy Wilborn, been a member for 13 months. Skinwalker Ranch tomorrow. Woo, yeah, that's right. That's right. Love seeing all the new Marvel manga with 2 white Spider-Men. Andrew Nielsen, no Miles Morales. Thank you for the $5. You know he's Miles Morales. Hail, Gary and chat. When should we expect good movies and shows again? Well, there are a couple of good shows out there that I highly recommend. One is not quite done yet. Shogun. It's freaking amazing. It's amazing. So is The Gentleman. Gentleman is fantastic. So, like, we get a couple here and there. Progress, not perfection. Melodic Method for $20. So if you haven't seen those, though, God, I just spent a lot of time watching older stuff too. So, Clarkson's Farm in a week and a half. Alan Richson, Film Actors Guild All-Star. Yes, David Nerswick for $5. He just sounds like a complete phony sellout. Like one of those people who say, I'll be whatever you need me to be. Do I think it hurt his movie? Maybe. I don't think there was a lot of energy for that movie anyway, but I think it could have, yes. Will it hurt Reacher in the future? I think so. I think he just automatically alienated half his audience. Declan Hancock for $10 Australian. Hail, Gary from Dan Under. I was curious, what are your thoughts on Jonathan Hickman and Grant Morrison's comic runs? Are they any good? Was curious about reading Hickman's Fantastic Four run and Morrison's X-Men. I actually like both of those runs. Yes, I would highly recommend them. Hickman's Fantastic Four run was quite a surprise. I think he's vastly overrated on other stuff, but his Fantastic Four is good. Morrison, his X-Men run is fucking great. It's great. I love it. His run was going on right when I bought my store. There are rumors of Jon Favreau quitting Star Wars. Does that fix it? Andre C28 for $4.99. I did hear about a year ago from somebody that he had written season 4, which I don't know if it's going to happen or not, of The Mandalorian, and then he was on his way out. No reason given. Maybe he wants to go back to the film. Maybe he's sick of the bullshit. He's put up with a lot of it, though. Yeah, I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me. It would not surprise me. Wanted to share with you, by the way, Kenneth Dowling for $20. Thank you. Wanted to share with you. I'm writing a superhero that is a combination of Batman and Spider-Man in the comic book. He's in I'm making blending. Are you blending science fiction, action, martial arts, detective work, street crimes, and dark magic? Sounds fun. Create, Kenneth. It is good for the soul. Thanks for reading my comment. I didn't pay for it. Tommy No Figure for $1.99. Hey, you're welcome. Chaser on Interweb for $20. People liking Fallout shows how bad Hollywood has been for the last 8 years. We are starved for good entertainment. Don't fall for subpar storytelling. Agreed. Josh Stillner for $4.99. Hello, Gary. Congratulations on 10 years sober. Thank you. I appreciate that. Keep it up. It's no small achievement. Cheers. Thank you. Yeah, had my 10-year anniversary December 27th. Warren Price Ray of last year, $1.99. Was Wade's run on Flash any good? Actually, it was. Wade had some good moments. He had some really good runs. He did. But I think there's some mental illness, real mental illness there. That's not getting better. Your guess is good as mine. What kind? Abbott Gore has been a member for 13 months. Vault 199, located in Florida, contains a vault of dwellers from all over the world, U.S., Canada, Brazil, UK, and even Alabama. What experiments? I don't know. What experiments would they do on the 199, on Vault 199? I don't know if you could. I think the 199 is a walking experiment. I would just observe. I had to think about that for a minute. Snake Oil Sean for 3 months. Hail Nerdrotic. Hail to you. Thanks for being here. Did you read my super chat about Scorsese? Nice hanging with you. Have a good night. Kenneth Dowling, I did. Just did. $5. Thank you. And yeah, if he does a Sinatra film, it's kind of overdue. Saw one of your hater vids the other day. They used all puppets. Production was pretty good. Congrats. They're stepping it up. Justin Martin's for $5. Yeah, I think that's hilarious, man. It is surreal. This whole gig is surreal. What's happened is surreal. And if people are making puppets about you, that's awesome. It's not the first time either. It's not even the effing first time. It's the second time somebody's made puppets about me. That's great. Jay Jr. for $5. Are you going to watch Alien Romulus? I'll probably watch it. Jay Jr. It's Alien 1.5 because it takes place between 1 and 2. I have faith from someone who made the 2013 Evil Dead remake. I wasn't a huge fan of that, but I'm an Ash snob. Ash shows up at the end. I thought it was fine. The first time I ever got roasted on YouTube was I was on a live stream with Dennis back in the day. We were talking about Evil Dead, and we were bringing up the 2013 film, and I said, well, it just didn't go over well. And man, people got mad at me. Like 5, but that was a lot at the time. And it did well. I'm like, okay, where's the sequel? They made the series instead, but it wasn't bad. It's Girl Ash, you know. But yeah, maybe it's gonna be good. I hope it is. Dale T for $5. Hey Gary, what's the next con or expo that you're going to be at? Trying to plan ahead to attend one. The one I'm at for sure is SpaceCom. God, why do I keep saying SpaceCom? What the fuck's wrong with me? SpaceCon in San Antonio at the end of October. There'll be others, but I have no idea right now. No idea. As my wife likes to say, I don't have that tab open yet. Don't have that tab open yet. But I imagine, wait. We're going to get back there. LA Comic-Con. So that's beginning of October. So depending on where you are, whatever's easier to get to, Dale, LA Comic-Con. Raging Rhino is going to be there. That'll be great. Cultural Marxism requires the culture to be destroyed before it can build back better. It's engineered. Frightening me. Yes, it's a parasite. Cultural Marxism cannot build up a civilization, a system on its own. It needs to circumvent, subvert, infect another. Our system here, our system in the West is at times suicidal. It's not perfect. It is unjust and all that stuff. And it's also the best we've gotten so far. Cultural Marxism, which is communism, has killed a lot of fucking people. Have you seen the channel Shout Studios? Yes, they're a 24-hour stream playing nothing but Thunderbirds puppet series. Pretty cool. Yeah, they did. Was it Scream or Shout? Who just did the Farscape 25th anniversary. I thought that was cool. Justin Martins for $5. Cheers. Snyder does great work at times with other people's ideas. Yeah, many years ago. Speedy recovery for Frank and all hail the Fellowship. Rhino Helix, thank you for $10, and I will pass that on to Frank. He might be watching. It's early enough. You're out there, aren't you, Frank? I know you are. Hail, Gary. Always nice to catch you for a late night catch-up stream. Favorite Maiden album? I've been listening to Power Slave recently. Aces High is so good. I gotta say Aces High, but I like Power Slave. That's the one I've been listening to at the gym. But Aces High. Aces High. I can't get that high. So fucking good. My first year soberversary tomorrow. Couldn't have done it without your inspiration. Wow. No, Burke, it's all you, baby. It's all you. Thank you for the 5 Australian. And Dylan Mulvaney putting me off beer. Thank you. Hey, whatever helps. Whatever helps. You know, we just recently survived another 420 where all the stoners can now go back to doing what they do every day, get stoned. But yes. Hey, at least it was Dylan Mulvaney. At least you didn't go to a jail institution or die. Congratulations on being sober. Being sober, I'm going to use the term the kids say is based. It's based. For one, as I always say, you want to stream sober for sure. You want to stream sober, but you also want to live sober. Got all your faculties. You're in control. The drugs, the alcohol make you a little less inhibited. Definitely affect your judgment quite a bit. Oh, they also make you obsess on things, do horrible things. Yeah, it's just bad. A prayer for the addict who still suffers. Will you read the comments on FNT 297? What about them? Was that last week's? No, that's week before. I did read some, especially when I was in the car. Any particular comment you are referring to? You don't have to super chat. You could just answer in the in the chat. I see Gladiator 2 making 1 billion if word of mouth is good. Post-election arena combat. Hell yeah. Chris for $5. I mean, like, do you like movies about gladiators? You ever been to a Turkish prison? Yeah, I can't see Gladiator 2 making 1 billion. I can't. I'll probably see it. The whole concept of it is silly, but I mean, it is going to be another Gladiator. So Black Cloud 1999. Have you seen the Borderlands trailer? I have. I've seen it many times in the theaters. There are girl bossing the hell out of that. Yeah, it looks like weak ass Guardians of the Galaxy, Dungeons and I know people like that Dungeons and Dragons movie. It was a solid 5 out of 10 for me, but it's just that knockoff Marvel humor fucking Guardians of the Galaxy stuff that only works for Guardians of the Galaxy. Also, Star Wars Episode 1 is returning to theaters. Have fun. Go enjoy that one. I'll be missing that one. What I noticed is the lightsabers look better back in the past than Disney Star Wars, because they did, because George was there. Let me go back to that. Hang on. I want to see if he responded. Nikos. It's Nikos. Okay. Nope, not yet. Okay. Thank you, Black Cloud. John, is it Getz? Is it Getz? Goetz? Geets? Are you German? Are you German? For $5, Gary, if you want some traditional fantasy and not woke storytelling, I have just revisited Final Fantasy 16, and the way it's written feels so old school. How old is that one? It feels things that have come out even 5 years ago are feeling old school. John, Jimmy D's Rec Room for $14.99 Australian. Hail Gary-san. That's funny because I just finished my rewatch of Cobra Kai. We just finished tonight. It is a fucking ridiculous show. It is Johnny Lawrence running into Terry Silver in a fucking elevator. Daniel-san running into Chosen, and I forgot the girl's name. In Osaka, Japan is just fucking ridiculous, and I love it. Hail Gary-san. Wanted to say I like Shogun. I think Shogun has fooled you all. Mariko is a girl boss in moments. I haven't seen the last 2 episodes. Orca's will ultimately decided if Taranga gets the shogunate. Blackthorn is a passive observer. Discuss. Well, we'll find out in the last episode. I'm liking it. Does she have girl boss moment? Well, she fights. And the God, was it episode 7? No, it was episode, correct me if I'm wrong, Jimmy. It's 5 or 6 where they have that fight where they're trying to take where they're hiding Toranaga and they're trying to transport him back. And they have that fight in the forest. And she's fighting, and it was horrible combat. And that's the woman who's directing Rings of Power. That was the only real criticism I had. But final verdict next week. Because you know what? In Gentleman, I was told there was a girl boss in The Gentleman too, and I reject that. When you go see Susie Glass is brilliant and one of the best characters in that show. The best characters in that show. You want to know why? Because she works with her male counterpart as an equal. That's all we want. Gary, when are you going to get to read a proper manga? Highly recommend One Punch Man. I have One Punch Man. I do. If you like The Tick, you won't be disappointed. I fucking love The Tick. Thank you, YouTube user, for $4.99. We have Toilet Bug has gifted 5 Nerdrotic memberships. Hail. Thank you. The chat appreciates that. So do I. Any movies you predict to hit a 1 billion mark? Mine is Beetlejuice 2. And of course, Deadpool, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Yeah, I think the two that have the best chance are actually Despicable Me 4 and Deadpool and Wolverine. Now, we could have a sleeper. I think Beetlejuice will be a hit. I think it's going to be a hit. I do. I don't think it's going to hit 1 billion because it needs that international market. And I don't know how well Beetlejuice will play international. I'm pretty sure Deadpool Wolverine is going to play well international. But I say Despicable Me, Deadpool, but that is Hollywood had $9 billion films in 2019. They've had 6 since. Enrico Palazzo for $5. Gary, did Marvel's trailer from Vegas make it to you? Did Marvel's trailer from Vegas make it to you? If not, I can try sending it again. I haven't checked my P.O. box. Last time I checked it, a couple days ago, I got a bunch of Chuck Dixon books. Not Chuck Dixon, Graham Nolan. Sorry, dude, I'm tired. The Ghost of Matacumbe Key. Signed by Graham Nolan. Oh, I should show him off. Why did I say Chuck Dixon? I'm terrible. Tired. Sorry, Graham. All you fucking old white fuckers look the same to me. But maybe it's still in the mail. So, like, let's find out. I was very perturbed to hear that Chris Gore's health scare. I have followed him invariably since the late 80s. Stay base, Gary, and be well, matey. Thank you. Thoughts on fitness with Nige. Thank you. He's on the mend. He is on the mend. My local theater is showing The Matrix this coming weekend. I'd go. It'll be the first time going to a theater in over a year. I'm stoked. Hell yeah. Bulk squat thrust for $5. Anakbaman, abuser of Streamlabs for $5. Every time stoners wish me a happy 420, I respond, that's right. It's Hitler's birthday. High five. I never get a high five. It's sad. I know. It's like, what day are you celebrating? Lost Braves fan, member for 1 month. I feel that the government told us aliens are real. I'll be sad because there is no aliens. Government never tells the truth. Yep. We talked about that a lot on Forbidden Frontier. If they said anything, most people wouldn't believe it. I don't know if I would at this point. Brian McCann says, Hawk the Slayer. Awesome. Hawk. When Hawk is fighting it's fucking ridiculous. Because Chosen, in the last episode, Chosen, Johnny Lawrence, and the other guy from the furniture store break into Terry Silver's house and start fighting, and then all the kids are fighting. No, it was before that. It was the tournament that gets him into this big worldwide tournament. Hawk comes back. He's all, I'm not going to be Eli anymore. I'm going to be Hawk. He hits his hair and you hear a fucking Hawk going, a little fucking Hawk sound. It was fucking hilarious, man. It's so cheesy. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. Hey, Gary, I have to say what bothers me the most about Snyder is he pays no credit to Robert Rodriguez in Sin City when we talk about 300. I didn't get that into the conversation on EFAP, and I meant to. VJ Knoll 316 for $4.99 because you're absolutely correct. Snyder's I gotta go back and watch, but most of the style comes from Rodriguez with Sin City. And it's because they're both adapting Frank Miller comics. But then quite frankly, On Spartacus, they did the same style too, but it's fucking awesome. It's awesome. But you're right. It was done first and better in Sin City. One of the greatest comic book adaptations of all time. And that needs to be in 4K. Jason Keel for $13.99 Canadian. Hey, Gary, ever get mistaken for Adam Savage? Yes. Similar face, age, and glasses, both from San Francisco, both nerds. Could be your twin, apart from the fact that he's a wokester. Yeah, he's a giant wokester. So that's the big difference. But yes, people have told me that even back in the comic store. And thank you very much, by the way. Thank you very much. Jeeper Baylor for $10. Gary, I'm trying to understand what constitutes a girl boss. Not that I am disagreeing, because I am not aboard with the woke train, but would Ripley and Aliens be considered a girl boss? Nope. I mean, the simplest term for a girl boss is the female protagonist or character that is a girl boss is literally a girl boss. There's no better description. She has no real personality. She really leans into the whole bossy, like women don't like being called bossy, but they want to be girl bossy. I don't fucking know. But generally, no flaws, smarter than every male character, tougher, stronger, and is 5'5" and beating the shit out of 300-pound Russians. Now, when you say girl boss moments that they were referring to in Shogun, it's changing a character significantly from the book to it's intersectionalism. So there is producer notes that we're adapting this book and we want to be as close as possible, but we need to show women fighting in battle. Now, did it happen in feudal Japan? Well, I'm not a feudal Japan historical expert, but I'm guessing yes. Sometimes, but women were very much property in feudal Japan. And they make that pretty fucking clear in this show. They are fucking property. So, and you correct me in the chat. I'll look it up someday. You know, I'm sure there was some that fought. Absolutely. But were they major elements in the wars? Probably not. Probably not. But when you significantly change a character to give her those girl boss moments, where we definitely had a couple in Shogun, like for sure. We did. Is it enough to take away from the total story? Not for me yet. There's still time. It's a 2023 game with a traditional love story, unequivocally evil villains, and characters who actually have to struggle, flaws, vulnerabilities, and it's pronounced like what John wants. John Getz. Okay, Getz. Thank you, John Getz, for $10. Final Fantasy 16. Eric K, what's up? Hawk and Animal are great road warriors. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. You are right. Rambo Wrath for Life for $2. Thoughts on The Last Ronin, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles getting a movie? Okay, here's how it works. Number one, we live in another reality. Okay, so CERN gets shut on, and then the particle accelerator creates a little black hole, and it sucks us into another reality. You make it a direct sequel to the 1990 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, and I mean a direct sequel, or even from all the movies, but that one's just, I know Tom will love it when he hears this too. It's fucking great. That movie is just fucking great. Maybe. I think it's kind of, I think first make a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie that's fucking good. That is a very tall feat for Hollywood, but I wouldn't be against seeing it in another reality. It'd be exciting. I've recommended since stories like Game of Thrones 1 through 4 push giant monster fights, and it's semi-linear with helpful items for casual players to progress. John Getz for $5. People have recommended it to me in the past, but here's why when I play video games, even when I'm bad, I do enjoy it. I do. The only game I have played, like the only 2 games, no, 3, it's 3. No, it's 4 that I played a fucking lot. And I mean a lot outside of, I'm old, so outside of arcade games, was Diablo. I was going through a divorce, played the shit out of that game. And I had my good friend Scott Edwards, who was working with me at Escondido Acura, Cush Acura of Escondido, was dragging me through it and teaching me the ropes. And I got pretty decent. Like, he was way better, but I got decent. Then there was Diablo 2. So that's actually going to be 5 games. City of Heroes. I fucking love that game so much. City of Heroes, played the shit out of it. Played it at my store all the time. Red Dead Redemption. And Marvel Alliance. Marvel Alliance was tons of fun. You are no fig, and Eric K ain't no snitch. See you in LA. Who was calling Eric K a snitch? You want to be no snitch, Eric K. Snitches, everybody says snitches end up with stitches. No, snitches end up in ditches. Let's get it right. Let's get it right. But not Eric K. Eric K, no. Steel trap. Eric K is a fucking steel trap of whatever. I mean, if Eric K, I don't know if you're a FNT business, but if you leaked the most recent DMs from FNT business, I'd have to actually get permission to do this, but it wouldn't be a problem showing you at all. You would see a cute picture of Chrissy Mayer's baby and fucking X-Ray Girl and Lady Greymaster telling each other they're cute. It's there's too many fucking women in there now. It really is. And then when we talk to each other, it's, you have to watch this. Then they accuse me of being gay. And then I say they're gayer. That's pretty much our DMs. Pretty much. Pretty much. All right. Oh, wait. No, there's more. Holy shit. What the hell? You guys are crazy tonight. The chat. Pass the cup around. Got $20. In case I missed it, Gary, Deadpool trailer. At the 144 mark. I'm not reacting to it, but here, I'll look. Talk amongst yourselves. 144. Oh, I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I was like, the giant Ant-Man helmet? Oh my God. Oh my God. I'll show you this real quick. And then I got it. Like, Mark Millar fucking roasted Marvel today, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful. I don't know if anybody caught it. I'm sure they did. Quarter Black Garrett's playing Getting Nuked. So supposedly that's me. I'm going to be real. That looks more like Culture Casino. Does that look like, do I look that fucking old? Maybe I do. Maybe I do. I'm fucking old. I'm old. Hilarious. So Mark Millar, let's find a tweet. Let's find the tweet. I freaking love Mark Millar. You might not like all his stuff. We had him on the show one time, and I've chatted with him in the DMs. Fucking nice guy. Loves comic books. Loves comic books. Also, pretty fucking good writer. He's going to be doing a chit chat with Garth Ennis. Yeah, there it is. I fucking love this. Prolific writer of Marvel, Mark Millar. What movie did you see that at way too young of an age and he put up Eternals? I love it. The only way the Eternals will be enjoyable is if Mark and I are, if we live to like the age of 99 and we are at the tail end of dementia and we just like to see the pretty colors going around. Maybe. Oh, God, that was a bad fucking movie. By the way, giant celestial in the middle of the ocean. Will they address it? And Deadpool and Wolverine. That's the biggest fucking question I have about that movie. Will they address the giant fucking celestial in the middle of the ocean that had to cause a massive tsunami that wiped out, it was near the African coast, right? Brian McCain, 1980 fantasy film Hawk and Slayer, John Terry and Jack Balance star, human, elf, giant, dwarf, witch, etc. I think I remember that. I was 10 in 1980. That was a long fucking time ago. Brian, you don't look that old. You don't look that old, but you probably watched a lot of stuff. In case you missed it, Gary, I read that one already. Never got a chance to say thank you for the Dragon Ball tribute. Please pass that on to Perry. It was truly heartfelt. Perry does some passion projects once in a while. Perry has told me that his favorite video to edit was the One Piece one. And his favorite intro was that Dragon Ball tribute, which was fucking awesome. So please go check it out. And so I'll pass that on to Perry. And we got hit like a motherfucker on that one. I didn't care. I did not care. Let's go down. And we got, I see your point about it sitting out Reacher until the message creeps into the show, but I think I'm out. Not sure it's good enough to look past the actor. Yeah, especially after like a really just mediocre second season, DeBreezy for $9.99. So I don't blame you there at all. Yeah, dude, that was like, bro, shut the fuck up. I think that's the roids are getting to him, right? But like a woke fucking Christian, for one. And like, dude, you don't have to like a president. I don't care if people like Trump or not. That's not my gauge for things. It's, I'm not going to like a president for his policy. I don't like that president. I'm going to choose this president because I don't like his policy. And then he's a rapist and a fucking criminal. Just stop that shit. Just fucking stop. By the way, our government's fucking filled with them. So you're not going to say anything about the fucking degeneracy that goes on Capitol Hill on a daily fucking basis. A dude got butt fucked. And was it Congress or the Senate? Can't remember. Don't care. Either one, really bad, and filmed it. So yeah, shut the fuck up and act. You know, he could have been a pretty big star. I think people would have been fine with him being Batman or whatever. I think he looks like Captain America more than Chris Evans does. But yeah, you know, to be a proper movie star these days, there's one thing you have to do. Shut the fuck up. That's it. Here's my movie. I'm in it with Henry Cavill. Guy Ritchie directed. I hope you enjoy it. I was just in a big hit show, Reacher. Really glad you're enjoying it. I think he's just really proud of himself and his opinions. I just rewatched Deliverance the other day. Kind of regret it. Great movie, but a bit of a downer. Yeah, it's not an Aquaman. It's like, hey, I'm going to fire up Deliverance today. It's not super rewatchable. Okay. Classic movie, not super rewatchable. Is Star Trek 2009 worth watching? If you only watch that and forget about it after that, sure. Why not? Because, yeah. It was the start of Jar Jar's fall and the start of exposing him as a complete fucking fraud. Complete fucking fraud. But like, it's not his worst movie at all. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up. I haven't decided. Okay. Real BBC is supposed to be on my channel. There will be a real BBC tomorrow. Just not sure if it's on my channel or the other channel because, got some really just grim news today. My dog Parker, who I've had for a long time, and I've talked about it before. She's been dying basically for like 2 years. We got to put her down tomorrow. We got to put her down. So it's fucking brutal. Knew it was coming. Doesn't make it any easier. Don't think it's till the afternoon, so I'll probably do the show. I've already let Az know, but I'll let you guys know tomorrow morning. Not going to be fun. Not going to be fun. Poor Parker. She's a good dog. And yeah, it sucks. She's like incontinent right now and not allowed upstairs. We have carpet upstairs, so she's not allowed upstairs, but we're not going to lock her in some pen on her last night. So she's on the bed. And poor Parker. She was a good dog. And we named her Parker. So when we called her, we go, Parker! So I hope that doesn't call her up. She could barely climb the stairs. No, the blind one is fine. He got out. So when I was recording the video, Gomez said, I got 2 really fucking old dogs, and they're both on their way out. Gomez is the little one. So he's blind and deaf. He can kind of see, and he can kind of hear. But he got out when we were filming those clips for my intro for the Rebel Moon video. He fucking got out. So otherwise the video would have been out Sunday. So we had to go find him. We found him. He didn't get that far. But man, we try not to laugh when he runs in the shit. It's just fucking funny. Because he goes, what the fuck? Who put that wall there? But he's fine. Like, he's still rascally, so he'll be around for a while. But Parker on her way out. She was a good doggo. Yeah. It's not my first dog I've had to put down. Kind of sucks. So I hope, sorry to end on it down. She was a good dog. She had a good life. We loved her a lot. And she liked me. I was her favorite. I was totally her favorite. Oh, yeah. R.I.P. Parker. R.I.P. Parker. So I will see you. I'll probably be on tomorrow. I'll probably be on. Show must go on. And we got Friday Night Tights. Debating. I wasn't going to do. I'm debating on doing a Doctor Who video. Not sure. Fucking Shooty Gawa. Jesus Christ. Way to not that it ever had a chance, but man, just let fucking Doctor Who die. Just let it die. Jesus Christ. So Jodie Whittaker made this same mistake. She went out and said past Doctor Who was a practice in the male gaze. Fucking Shooty said something just as bad. Mediocre white people. Bro, your DEI woke shit aspires to be mediocre. Wishes it was fucking mediocre. Yeah, well, I don't know if I'm gonna watch it. I'm actually gonna put a poll up. I don't know if I want to put myself through that, but unless it's just so bad I laugh. But yeah, agreed. Dude is absolutely delusional. So you guys have a really good night. If Garrett's still streaming, go over and see him. And I will catch you guys on the flip side. Thank you again. Thanks to the Modrotics. Thanks to everyone who joined here. Thanks to everyone who left a super chat and donation. Really appreciate you guys. It's the best gig in the world. You guys made it happen. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you next time. Ciao, Bella.